Hello and welcome back, everyone. And well, we didn't have the standings or the score just yet from who was going to be playing in the next match, but we do now. It is Ascension Kyrios against SSCEA.
Yeah, they're gonna be going through some did beat revamp esports. Now we got the round 2 best of 5. Kyrios, we do know pretty sick team with Chucho and Kurza and Maki. And we're gonna see how SSCEA do. Hold on, I don't know. Hi Faria, should we be making a few predictions this time around, or we're gonna leave it again and just let the boys surprise us?
I don't know. I kind of feel like, sure, at the first game, you can kind of say, you know what, we'll stray away from any predictions. But at some point, you're going to have to bite the bullet and make a prediction. I don't really know these teams, how they play, how they match up together. But I'm just going to say Kyrios purely because I've seen Kyrios play and he played really great. So
yeah, he does. He kind of pulls through when they need to. He has that BMT. I was sitting with Victor, a couple weeks back, a month back, when they had that awesome reverse sweep. So, I mean, Kyrios, they do have it in the tank. They can pull it out. We're going to see what SSCEA have in their tank, though. I mean, maybe they're going to completely show us exactly what it means to get through a best of 5. So hoping for the best. Ascension, we know what they can do. We're going to see what SSCEA can do, and I'm hoping for some really sick Rocket League.
And obviously, if you've not seen it in chat just yet, you can predict with channel points as well. So if you're in a region that has the ability to do so, you can go ahead and do that and potentially win yourself some channel points. And we're just waiting for these teams to join up, and as soon as they do, we can get this one underway. And apparently SSCEA are in a scrim, which is going to be incredibly difficult when you're supposed to be playing in an open qualifier. I don't know about you, Mos, but can you be at the two places at the same time?
Nah, you can't be. And I mean, you shouldn't really be in a scrum right now when you do know you're going to open qualifiers through to try and make it to tomorrow's close quals. So, yeah, a little naughty from them. So we're going to have to, hopefully they can just ditch that one and leave. Kind of, Monka-esque. Can't really be in a scrum, can you?
I mean, that means that Kyrios is also not in there yet, so it's not like Kyrios are already waiting for them. Maybe they're just in a scrim together. They're warming up against each other, making sure that they play against each other at the best of the ability. And honestly, they just want to give us the best amount of Rocket League, the best Rocket League they can show, and they want to practice it. They want to have the script perfect, because obviously before every production we send every team a detailed script about what is going to be happening in the match, how they're going to throw, at what second they're going to throw, when they're going to be pulling, or flip resets and everything like that. So they're just practicing it through, I must imagine.
Yeah, and of course, just in case Ascension, you kind of catch the flu, our very own streamer here today is their official sub, so that would be pretty cool. I mean, we might have to keep him in the dugout just so can get warmed up in case.
And just start doing the sideline kind of warm up maneuvers with your car. Start wave dashing around the field, making sure you're completely warmed up.
Yeah, exactly that. Got to get your fingers nimble, do a couple 2-fingered Jet Li push-ups, and make sure you're prepared.
Yeah. Start doing an entire workout in that time. Just start lifting 140 kgs with only your pinky finger as well. And yes, indeed, we are having not player cams, caster cams. Hello, I wish I was playing. Actually, yesterday I was almost needed as a sub in like a high level tournament. It would have gone terribly wrong for the team that I was subbing in for, but still, it would have been fun. They ended up having their player back in time, but unfortunately, I didn't get my chance to break through in the bubble scene and make it to RLCS incredibly quickly.
Man, and end up on that infamous Johnny Boy stream.
I wish.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, that. What? The salt mines? Yeah, it's awesome stuff, that.
I think it's gold mine now. I don't know. He's changing iterations, but he's really brought the one scene alive. And at what level?
Yeah.
I mean, do you find ones entertaining?
I think it can be if you do have something exciting like that. I wouldn't just watch ones maybe with no commentary, and also not any type of commentary. But yeah, ones is pretty cool. I mean, I'm playing a lot of ones now myself because it's just great to like figure out your game style and your mechanics. I find that like if I'm playing random, like solo 3s, solo 2s, yeah, sometimes your random teammates, atrocious. And then
Yep,
I mean, I don't know, rather rely on yourself than try hope for a couple of randoms to do the most. It doesn't happen often, so.
More updates from behind the scenes as well. You guys are getting all the inside scoops, as you deserve to do so as well, because obviously it's affecting you guys as well. But now Kurtz's power went out. So once again, good luck playing when you don't have any power in your PC. This is all going the complete opposite way of how we want it to. So this game, as soon as it does happen, it better be hella good.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's going to be pretty good. I mean, round 2 already, so we're hoping for the best. And of course, like we said, we know it's single elim. No one wants to get relegated. And of course, tomorrow making those close quals are going to be pretty exciting. So if you guys do tune in tomorrow, then of course we are going to have super exciting Rocket League. Hyperia back on the mic, and he's going to be joined with the rest of the boys as all the action does happen tomorrow. We can I've lost all that information now.
I really hope that tomorrow will go a little bit more smoothly than so we can just get it through smoothly, and especially the open qualifiers. Like I think this is going to be a great matchup, but obviously you're never sure from the start. This could just be a 3-0 sweep, and then you're waiting here for quite a while, and then all of a sudden, oh yep, no, it's a 3-0 sweep. It's done before you can even blink. But going back to the 1v1, I always have a certain level that only if I watch or cast that, then it actually gets quite entertaining. From where would you want to cast or watch 1v1s? What rank?
Maybe champ 1 upwards.
Fair. Agreed.
I guess, I don't know, I'm sorry if that sounds like a little conceited, or I just feel like people under champ 1 maybe can't put up a good show. But maybe if I'm going to kind of spend my time, working the game, seeing how it is, watch like 3 hours of ones or something, maybe it has to be from champ 1 upwards. And at least another viewers also get a good show as well. Yeah, probably champ 1 upwards is safest.
Yeah, for me, it kind of goes that at pretty much all levels in 3v3, there's something going on near the ball. There's people going at it. There's at least someone jumping for the ball, even if it's atrocious and they're completely missing. At least there's something going on. Whereas in 1v1, you have quite a bit of dead space where somebody's just like taking it for a dribble across the field while the other one is sitting in the net, and then it's just not necessarily that entertaining to watch. Obviously, still nothing wrong with it, and it's great practice for the people to be playing ones. And definitely, I don't want this to be discouraging towards people who think, oh, yeah, but apparently it's not entertaining, I'm not going to play it anymore. Go ahead. One's great, phenomenal practice, as Muzz said already. It gets your consistency up massively.
I suppose, if we, like, one of the possible downsides there is it could also be a huge whitewash. Sometimes you can get an 8-0 thriller, so you can get definitely smacked in a ones game. I know I have definitely before. Sometimes in the first minute, you're already down by like 4 goals. Yeah, up in the salt mines, it's tough. But yeah, no, it's good practice, and it's definitely getting to some more ones, guys. If you just want to practice yourself and see what your medal's made of. Unless you have kind of reliable teammates that you play with often. I know sometimes the randoms, they're just tough.
Yeah, you really need to be able to work around your teammates in 2v2 or 3v3. But yeah, the 1v1 is just you have no backup at all. So honestly, in a 1v1, it's just you make a mistake, you're getting smacked down from every single side, and you're just getting absolutely demolished. Then you're on tilt, and then you're throwing your controller. Somehow it's on the other end of the room, and you don't know how it's happened. That is 1v1 for you. In 2v2, you smack it across the view, across the room, because your teammate misses an open net. Something I had this afternoon. It still sits very close to my heart.
Yeah, no, I definitely think we can tell who gets a little bit tilted when it comes to playing ranked with some teammates. Yeah, no, it's tough. Tomorrow, guys, 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. again, CET time. Tune in. Moses with Hyperia is going to be that first game. So Hyperia coming back and letting you know maybe how tomorrow's ones or twos go and if he didn't toss his controller across his room. Then, of course, quarter two and up until 9 p.m., guys, we're going to have winners bracket and lower brackets all the way around through to round number 4. And that should be some pretty decent and exciting Rocket League. Of course, it is the closed qualifiers, so whoever's going to be getting through this round 2, all these teams that do win this evening are going to be playing tomorrow. Of course, our ECC Season 8, the Vortex, got quite a bit of cheddar on the line. I think an odd €350. And of course, got Dalians, the goats that they are, throwing in a little bit of extra change there as well.
An interesting opinion in chat as well that you don't need ones. You know what? I agree, but it's kind of like what's a good comparison? There's certain things that you don't necessarily need in life, but I don't necessarily need a car. It would massively help, yes, but do I necessarily need it? No. And I find the same with ones. Like you don't necessarily need it, but it improves the quality of life in 3v3 as well.
Yeah, no, well said. Exactly that. I mean, you know what? I could walk to work if I really needed to, but you know what? If I had a lift, that would be better. And if I could take myself, that's tops. So, yeah, one's definitely still pretty good.
And you see that with
Heresy, man, heresy. Let's bring out the pitchforks and let's find that member in chat.
Yeah, but you see that with quite a lot of pro players as well, because they're too young to actually participate in RLCS, which is absolutely crazy. It pisses me off that people who are 13 are miles better than me at this game. But that's the way it is, unfortunately. But they shine in ones and then get into pro teams.
I mean, you know, Scrub Kid is only about like 18 or 19 odd.
Yeah,
Squishy
like,
as well. Squishy's
was
only
very
21. Young. Yeah, exactly. Scrub's young, Squishy's young. For Squishy, right, who's played on his own team before joining Cloud9 and then joining NRG, someone with that type of prolific career and who's done so much and is only 21, I mean, I'm sorry, that's crazy.
And there's something that I recently saw as well with CS:GO, because obviously, I say obviously, but I'm currently at GC, or just about, only barely scratching the surface. But
yeah,
and just barely. Let's just say barely. But then I will also start looking into, you know what, is this something that I could do more with? So should I try and go further with my Rocket League career, or I don't really know what I should do? And then I look at the ages of all the pros, and it's kind of demoralizing as someone who's, well, I'm 21 now, but if you see pros of like 15 and stuff like that, then, well, yeah, it just kind of demoralizing. Whereas in CS:GO, there are pros who are 26 there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a more mature scene as well. I mean, CSGO is a much older game. So, you know, been around for already 20 years. So if you were playing from like the earlier versions, you're 1.6 in that. I mean, yeah, definitely the more experienced pros are definitely 26 to 30 even, I'd imagine. But I mean, what, Scrub, when he was playing for Renault, easily 16 years old on a pro team? I mean, what, you literally write in high school and, you know, doing examinations, right? And you sit in there like in your maths class and then, you know, no, sorry, I got to go to team practice.
The only thing you're doing in math class at that point is calculating what angles you can score in the game.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah, you really need to have Rocket League. Well, not necessarily take over your life, but if you want to go pro, you're going to be needing to play about 8 hours a day, every single day. Make sure you have a proper workout routine as well, so you actually get a good mental health going as well. Obviously, not saying that you need a workout routine for mental health, but if you're going to be playing games for 8 hours every single day, you're going to have to need distractions as well, and it's going to become a job rather than just a hobby.
Yeah, and I think like having a fine balance in life, because like you said, these guys play for so many hours a day, 9, 10 hours a day. you have to make sure you get up, you have to make sure you exercise, you have to make sure you got a healthy diet, stretch, do yoga, do Pilates, whatever, hit the gym once a day. And that's something that's pretty cool now, that's been incorporated into a lot of the top professional teams. These guys have professional trainers. They're encouraged to go to the gym. They're encouraged to work out. You look at someone like Team Liquid. They've at their Alienware facility, they've got chefs. Okay, so all their meals are prepared every single day. Super healthy meals. They're not eating junk food, right? It's not monsters every day with chips. I mean, and it's really cool because these organizations are trying to make sure that the longevity of their players, they can go as far as they need to go. Like you said, the guy's 26. We still want to see professionals playing into their 30s, and we don't know how old esports players can get because we haven't really got that much data behind us. So hell, is someone gonna still be playing professional Rocket League at 35? We're gonna have to find out.
See Lewis Hendo. That's always so hard to read. When two things that could go together all of a sudden are back to back, but that was not what I was going to say. These guys are not finishing their scrim. We are currently having trouble because one of the players, his power went out, and then you need to obviously either get your power back on or you need to get another player in there. But their player, who's supposed to be a substitute, is currently streaming this tournament. So it's just all kind of scenes. That's why you also see the light switching on my face, because I tab out of Rocket League, then into Discord, then into the bracket and all kinds of stuff. If I seem busy with anything else, I'm trying to get everything sorted, and obviously Muzz exactly the same, and everybody behind the scenes is working as hard as we can to get this one underway as quickly as possible.
Man, these sluggers that pick up a scrim when they know they've got open quals, the audacity.
I just saw the message. Curtis said power is back. Let's go, baby. We can get this one underway relatively quickly now, so don't go anywhere. It took a while, and we do apologize for that. But Curtis is going to be Usain Bolt on his PC, just getting back onto Rocket League as quickly as possible, and we can get this matchup underway. Once again, we do apologize for the delay, but it's also not. I'm not a power generator. I cannot just go to Kurtz's house and just there at town and generate power so he can play.
No, definitely not. But it looks like we're going to be well underway. Let's see what we do have Mark Fish say. Okay, cool, nice. Guys are happy. Cherie's giving them a ton of support here behind the scenes. Let's go.
Yeah, massive shout out for SSCEA for the patience as well, because they could have taken a forfeit. I think it's normally 10 minutes. Well, those 10 minutes have passed. But hey, you know what? SSCEA, even CEA, even if they lose, they're going to be goated nonetheless for having the patience and being great sportsmanships as well. So in my book, they've already taken at least a win. Whether they can get the series home as well, not 100%.
Yeah, no, definitely. I like that. They could have easily said, screw these guys, get the forfeit. They've wasted our time. But no, they want to play. They want to put on a show. And hopefully, this is going to be quite a sick best of 5. So, Kurza, let's go, buddy. Let's go. Let's fire up that cold PC. And let's see what's going to happen. So, ladies and gents, if we do want to take a quick run through our rosters here on Ascension, Kyrios, who we can see on the field today. We got Chucho, our Captain Courageous, Kurza, our Power Failure Man of the Evening, and then, of course, Mackie. So that's going to be the starting 3 for them. Then, of course, on the side of SSCEA, we do have Mark Fish, the Captain, Sky, and then I think, what is that, like Istok? Ice Toke or Istok?
Oh, yeah, it's kind of like 12. ice cream cone,
yeah.
but...
Oh, yeah, Ice Stocky. Oh, I see that now. Thank you, man. Nice.
Yeah,
hey, you see, dude, because I know you Dutch, right?
Walmart, you speak Walmart Dutch as well, right, in Africa?
Yeah, exactly. Well, Afrikaans, right? Exactly. It's a little bit of Flemish and Dutch together, man. Yes, hi, fair. Thank you. I can see that. Stocker. Yeah. Nice. I love
the
that.
things you see in Rocket League. I saw that name as well. He's surrounded by Germans in his team as well. So
Especially the captain, right?
Yeah, and whether they're still going to be coming in Dutch or in German or in English, I'm going to assume English because that's just a universal language. And with comms, you don't necessarily need to have perfect English.
I mean, hell, dude, Turbo, he's Swedish and now he plays in America. I mean, when he was on NRG, right, he's one of the first big European players to move across, man. I mean, I don't know what Turbo's English was like, but maybe it wasn't the best. And look how good they were, man. Turbo is phenomenal, and that NRG team as well was so crazy. The fact that you kicked Turbo Pulsar, it actually blows my mind.
I mean, if you don't, as we've said that earlier as well, that you need to put in 8 hours a day, and apparently that's not something that he did. He didn't really practice as much as they would like him to.
Okay.
Well, then you're just going to be putting or limiting your progress, and especially in Rocket League, it's such an evolving kind of blooming scene where you need to be on the top of your game. Otherwise, you're not going to be the best for very long.
You know what? Like, that being said, I mean, he moved to Envy, and Envy then still wins games. And maybe he's picked up the slack at Envy. Who knows what kind of his personal situation was? But I mean, the guy's the four-time champ. I mean, hell, if Turbo only practiced 2 hours a day, maybe he's just super. Yeah, maybe he's super talented. I mean, if we had a 1/10 of what Turbo had, we'd all be sitting in GC right now.
Yeah, he's very goated, but mainly in the smart department. That's something I like to see as well. Obviously, you've got a lot of those youngsters who are absolute beasts at mechanics, and they just flip reset 5 times, and then it's gone past you without you even having the ability to process what's actually going on. Well, Turbo, he's doing it purely off of, or I don't want to say purely, but mainly off of great positioning and just good hard hits on that ball.
Yeah, I mean, I think, the type of experience those guys come with, it's just natural, it's kind of like, okay, it's like combing your hair. And maybe, the team that he's joined onto, Envy, is able to impart a lot of that experience onto those younger guys. And of course, coming from a team like NRG, I mean, he can only benefit any team he joins. And yeah, cool, you got Squishy joining Justin and Garrett, and that's the craziest team anyone's ever seen. But I love how fierce the competition is, because it's Space Station or it's Envy, sometimes it's BDS, and then of course it's NRG, and just that top 4 are so good. I mean, you watch these like late Rocket League games, they kind of end sometimes 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. They do best of 7, bracket reset, SSG play NRG again for another best of 7, and it still goes like 4-3. I don't know, the BMT and the resilience some of these players have is just phenomenal.
Talking about resilience, finally we have fought off against every opportunity or against all odds, and they are here. And you know what, enough talking. We're not going to do any pre-game talking anymore, because that was more than long enough, and these players are ready to go. And Kyrios also saying thanks, guys. Well, let's see what happens now. Icestuck going for the kickoff. It's Chucho. Gets a decent hit on it. Now Kyrios has to dodge the demo. Gets the clear out. It's Icestuck in defense though. That pop is a little bit too far forward, and Chucho thus will be able to get to it.
Yeah, so we're going to see maybe the players have warmed down a bit. That can kind of sometimes have an effect on them. We're going to see kind of how Koza's absence, what it's going to do. And of course, we've spoken about Ascension, this team playing so well in the long shot. Oh, and that's a stalker. Well done. And there we go. First blood going to SSCEA.
Slightly not being able to get to it. And I think he might have been able to. It was incredibly close, but he did not manage to make the save, and it's SSCEA. Purely for their sportsmanship, I kind of want them to win. Not necessarily directly in a 3-0, but they do take the lead here. Now Icestuck with another similar kind of shot. Smacked up for it. Or I'm just going to call him Fish, because otherwise that's going to be very difficult pronouncing every single time. Now Ice wants to get with the angle shot. Saved by Mackie.
Oh, so close then. Just Sky brought it down almost into the bottom right-hand corner. Now Maki with the quick counter attack because the full tank. Curza! There we go. Here's the man. Says you didn't have to wait too long for me to put in a goal.
And Sky needed to close that distance more on Maki. Needed to stay a little bit closer to the ball than he currently was. Because now that gave the opponent so much time to set up whatever they really wanted to. And thus, they were able to get the angle shot, but now Fish directly off of kickoff. That's a decent hit. Can he force that through? His Kurtz on the ball. And gets a good flick over as well. Ice is the only one back in defense. And with a low boost in attack, it's going to be Chucho going for a shot near post. It's saved. Ow. With a little bit of shenanigans going on, but nonetheless, the ball ends up towards the outside. But now Maki with a flip reset into Kurtz. Kurtz doesn't manage to get anything on it. But SSCEA, they are looking like they're struggling unless they can break out here. No, they can't.
And that was almost Maki with such an awesome flip reset. Unfortunately, Kurz not able to finish it off there. Oh, double tap. Almost popped it down. Now Fish has got to get it out and all the way down. Kind of a nice little slow middle section here of the game as we do have this one goal apiece. No one really able to break too much. Of course, their ace getting demoed on. But yeah, quieter right now. No one able to kind of break too much defense or penetrate at this moment.
And it's Kurtz in defense, 30 boots. He just throws it up. Nobody really following that up, and Fish doesn't get the greatest clear. So it's still going to be Kyrios in control, and everything. Every time I say that, I guess the control completely switches to the other side. It's just a massive battle for the midfield. None of these teams are getting really threatening things going. Nothing that makes me think, oh my word, how did that not go in? Now this might be one though. Matt and Fish got the demo, and now will be trying to steal the goal. Does not manage to do so, but nonetheless, Ice stuck here. The 2 on the board.
Yeah, beautiful stop there in his own half as he pushes all the way down. And of course, Fish, yeah, he didn't have to get the last touch that it popped it in. So there we go. We were waiting quite a long time to try and get another goal to put one team up ahead. And of course, that is going to be SSCEA.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And well, the lead is currently on their side. They've still got 2 more minutes left to go in Ascension. Kyrios, they look incredibly strong as well. Now Maki dropping this one in, and this is exactly why they only need a few opportunities to be scoring those.
No, and I love this beautiful interplay. There starts from Kurza, gets onto Chucho, finds Maki's nose. Fantastic interplay between all 3 lads, and that was a beautiful goal and a quick rebuttal coming out there from Ascension.
I'm so glad that we finally got this underway, and it's not like a dead match as well, where they're just kind of fighting for the midfield the entire time, not scoring 1 goal, and then in the end, one of the teams scores 1 lucky own goal or whatever. Now Maki once again tries to go for the flip reset. Yeah, as I said, I'm really glad that these teams are fighting very hard and giving us a good show here as well. Obviously, could still be a 3-0, but the matches for sure are not boring.
No, not at all. I mean, this is already, we got 4 goals in. Maybe going to get a first overtime of the entire evening, which would be fantastic. And I wouldn't expect any less from these 2 guys. Kyrios, they played superbly well. Here's the long ball.
Ooh.
Oh, there it is. Ace slots it in, gets 1 up again for SSCEA.
You don't see this happening too often in these ranks, where a long shot like that catches the entirety of the defense off guard. But I guess now it would. That's a hat trick for Ice as well. And 1 minute 30 remaining in SSCEA. They're looking quite confident at times. In the attacks that they've had, they really make them work properly. But I think it's Kyrios who've been on the offensive, or at least on pressuring SSCEA a lot of the times. And Maki tries to take that one back, but that might just be a pass to Fish. It will be, but Fish throws it down towards the outside, trying to reach Ice. Does not get there though.
Yeah, that was almost Maki with a bit of an awkward touch as he throws it back all the way to his half instead of just trying to help Chucho slot it into the goal. Fish, is it going to be? Oh, yes.
Oh my word, this is absolutely terrible. Fish off the sidewall here as well, and perfectly flipping his car so the ball can't get out, and that will be a 2-goal lead. It was a terrible goal. They count the exact same. SSCEA, they look pretty confident taking this matchup. Obviously 50 seconds left to go, and Chucho needs to be scoring this. Kurtz, I thought almost he was saving it. Well, SSCEA, they're with, or Kyrios, they're within 1 now.
And perfect touch from Kurz to just get onto the sidewall, and a great follow-up there from third man Chucho, the Capitano, and he does slot in the third. So with 45 seconds left on this clock, 1 goal difference. Are we going to see Kyrios force this overtime, or is it going to be SSCEA kill them by 1 goal? But I mean, Kyrios are playing so well, I think we might just see another quick one from them.
30 seconds. They are currently control the ball, but they just kind of throw it down the field and then see whatever happens, happens. And, well, this is what happens. You're back on defense directly. I think that's something that Kyrios will start managing with very quickly. Demo going on in the goal there as well, and it's getting incredibly scary for SSCEA. Ice going for this challenge. We'll get it, and it will be Fish with the boost as well in the corner. With the massive boomer out at this point, you know what? It'll waste time of the clock unless Curtsy intercepts that. 3 seconds left to go, and as soon as this hits the ground, this one is over unless it goes into the back of the net. No, it's SSCEA who take home the first one.
And that was so exceptionally close, with Kyrios having just a last-ditch attempt try to get that ball in. But that's fine. We'd have Mackie with the 5 shots. He had quite a stellar game there. He did so well, of course. Yeah, Kurza, our latecomer, still contributed so incredibly much this game with the 1 goal and 2 shots himself. So that's SSCEA taking game number 1 in a possible best of 5. Only 1 goal differential. I think, Hyperia, we got a lot more decent Rocket League on our hands. Like you said, this is not a stinker at all. It's an absolute beautiful game.
And what I'd like to see as well is something we talked about pre-game. And at this point, I think we can reference everything we talked about pre-game because we talked about a lot of things. But SSCEA, they're not really looking as mechanically strong as Ascension Kyrios. I feel like Ascension Kyrios are a little bit more comfortable in the air, spinning and twirling, whereas SSCEA, they do the bare minimum, which it works for them. Obviously, they won the game, and it's lovely, but I don't really see them going for the flip resets like Mackie is. Still, they're winning, and it's working out for them. So we've got a little bit of a positioning-ish kind of matchup versus mechanics.
No, I agree with you. Like you said, kind of not really too many of those long odd shots taken from teams at this level. Yet we've got Ice kind of thrown in that really long shot that kept SSCEA up to win. So, like you said, nothing too fancy and really elaborate coming out from them, but yet they did win. So, sometimes, keeping it simple is best. We do have KISS, keep it simple, stupid. So, maybe that's the motto up on their wall.
And 2 back passes going on there as well from SSCEA. Don't really know what the purpose of that was. It worked out, but if there was somebody intercepting that would have been a pretty easy goal. Now Ice pre-jumping that one a little bit wrongly and ending up in a wrong position. He does get back in defense, but it's Fish on the top of the ceiling, or on the top of the goal, I should say, in the ceiling of the goal, whatever. Doesn't really matter. Leave me alone. Skyvy into the corner. We'll pick up the 100 boost. Ice with a demo on the midfield as well. Skyvy is looking for one, does not find it.
Yeah, and Mackie, of course, we already, gave the kudos to him in game number 1 as he tries to keep that ball out. Sky tries to put in a bit of work there. Cursor with the pickup. But yeah, Mackie back there doing so well. Of course, he's back on your defense already. Has almost no beans in that tank, but he doesn't care because he'll try to push at this ball anytime he can. Anyway, he can.
And Skyvy off the backboard. And last game, well, according to points, he was kind of quiet, and I didn't really notice him on the play that much as well. It might be awkward in rotation. And I think everybody has those days where they just can't really manage their way in rotation. They don't really know where to be at every single time, thus being too late every single time. It doesn't really matter if you get shots off Kurtz with an awkward clear out. And then Ice with a backflip on it. The first touch from Fish was decent, but I don't think he expected such a hard first touch, and thus will not be able to follow it up. But the opportunities are arising for SSCEA.
Yeah, and Sky just didn't get the direct contact on that ball that he wanted. Popped it down into the floor. Talking about Sky, though! Slots it in, and that is going to be direct contact.
That was absolutely lovely. Just in the midfield, Fish with a perfect pass to him as well. Kurtz trying his best, but just a little bit too slow to it. He got a touch on it. Apart from that, he couldn't really get anything else going. And that's a 1-goal lead once again for SSCEA. It might be 2 if Ice can get this in. Kurtz jumping for the save nonetheless. Then also somebody jumped for the rebound, or Skyvy jumped for the rebound, also ended up missing it. That attack will result in nothing. Oh.
Oh. Okay, so Chucho kind of sneaking in there from the side. He plays it the whole way down the field, gets it past one. Beautiful play there. Plays it to himself. And he slots it in all cheekily into that right-hand corner.
Awkward. Very awkward when you backflip. And that will end up being the equalizer. You never want to see it happen that way in a Sky with a very early challenge, and it's a good, decent one as well. It does end up at Kurtze, but nonetheless, that is all the pressure off. He's actually flying after this one. Manages to get a touch, and I think that's all he could ask for to get to remain this ball in the attacking half.
Yeah, you can see kind of the pace slowly picking up as both these teams are getting more aggressive. Oh, and Ice really trying to throw that down into the back of the net. But I mean, tempo picked up from both these teams. We can see the intention coming out from them. No one wants to get forced to that overtime with the 2 minutes left. I mean, a nice attacking play here coming out from Blue. Oh, Fish gets the miss, but Chucho is going to pop it back into the midfield. I mean, these players are everywhere. Ice just sending it back there. He's going to find Fish. Sky not going to follow up. The intention from both these teams is just beautiful.
And Kyrios, they've had a little bit less of an attacking show in this game. They make use of those few opportunities that they do get. Now Kyrios once again perfectly demonstrating that by scoring this completely open net. And this is once again Sky not really able to find his way in the rotation and then getting bumped out for good measure as well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you guys saw Mackie at the back, they just completely pushing Sky out of the way just to ensure Kurza puts it in.
Now, 1 minute 30 left. Good passing play. Sky with a shot off the crossbar. It's Eyes now dropping it in, and it will be a goal off of the back of that lovely play.
Beautiful touch there. Sky, oh yeah, Sky to Fish all the way to Ice. Nice little 1, 2, 3 play between SSCEA, and of course there is the quick equalizer for them, and of course 2 goals apiece. Ice all the way. Oh, Mackie, decent stop.
2-2 in the match. This might just be an overtime game. Oh, did I say that too early? Oh, Fish and Ice were so incredibly awkward in this defense, thus not able to save it.
A lot of commitment there on the side play, as yeah, you can see Ice and Fish. They're trying to scramble back. Maybe not the best defensive rotation as no one got back in time. And of course, like I said, a lot of bunch in there, about 4 or 5 players just on that one side of the wall. So yeah, that's not going to work at this level.
1 minute remaining. Sky he yoinks it down the field. Chucho will be there first, but Fish waiting patiently, tries to get the angle shot. This will bounce out off of the post, but there's nobody there to capitalize on it except Ice, who's just trying to do it all by himself, but he cannot. He already scored a hat-trick in the previous one. He scored one in this one as well, but he can't do everything. And if you look at the scoreboard now, Kyrios, they're on 4 shots and 3 goals, whereas SSCEA, they're on 10 shots, so 11 now, and 2 goals. So the accuracy is just slacking a little bit. Kurtz not getting that 100 boost, but the opportunity does still arise from Mackie potentially to take a shot. No, they cannot, and last 20 seconds are in effect. And no.
Oh man, Kurza just trying to slot it in there. But I mean, talking about the defense coming at you from Kyrios, they did so well. Chucho saving a ball, and quickly after that, Kurza saving a ball as well. So I mean, you know, yeah, we do have on the blue side kind of shot conversion rate not doing so well, but actually Kyrios are absolutely defending like champions.
Oh, final opportunity might be, and they think this is going to drop to the ground. Mackie, what are you doing? Why are you keeping this ball up? It doesn't matter in the end, but why do you even take that risk, brother? Oh my word.
Kill that ball. Kill that ball.
Get that down instantly.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, you know, here on the blue side, we do have those 11 shots you mentioned. I mean, Kyrios coming in with a slim 5 shots, right? Half the amount, win by 3. I think just the defensive effort they put in was amazing. I mean, we've got 1 save coming up from SSCEA. I mean, 1 little dismal save compared to the 6 on the other side of Orange. I mean, you know, you're going to, let in goals and maybe crack a little bit defensively if you aren't really playing that defensively minded. Tons of shots coming in from blue, no saves at all. Defensive rotations, like I said, Sky as well early in a bad position. So, I mean, blue maybe now trying to force a win because we know they took game number 1 and now they've lost game number 2. And of course, maybe if you're too hungry and you've got a lot of bodies up front, you're going to leave a couple cracks left in the back.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm just glad that this is not a sweep. We've not been waiting this entire time for these players to actually get back just for either team to be swept. No. We're going to go further into this matchup. We at least see a game 4 happening. Well, it might even be a game 5 overtime, and that would be, as the Zoomers say, poggers. But first, we've got game number 3 on our hands.
Yeah, just throwing a monkey S there just for good measure. Why not? And already Ice trying to find fish as he throws down the long ball. Oh, guy, you cheeky fella. Try to pop it into the bottom right-hand corner. Now, of course, we got Orange back with a quick counter.
Oh, that should have been a goal for sure. Get an early lead. I would have been great for the confidence, but it might still be Face trying to get an opportunity. And at SSCEA, they're all over Kyrios right now. But once again, the defense is working out perfectly. And now maybe the long range shot off the crossbar recovers nicely in time to actually go for this shot as well. And well, sometimes defense is the best offense, I guess.
Oh, and beautiful pass from Chucho to find Kurz's nose as he slots it down there, does get the crossbar, and then of course pops in that second touch. And there we go, first blood, going to the side of Ascension, Kyrios. Oh, and it's Kurza. He's making up for making us wait so long for him.
Mackie throwing someone completely into the shadow realm as well with that fake. Kurza used all his boost to get bumps on the sidewall. And I must say as well that I very much like the flower on top of Ice's car. It makes him look absolutely fabulous. Well, it makes him look so cute. And now Ice, can he make the goal look cute as well? He does not manage to do so. It's Chucho trying to go down the line. 2 boosts in the tank. So down the line, it's not going to be very quickly, but still, nonetheless, he's going to be trying to make it there. But still, Kyrios are up by 1 goal.
Great 50 here between Fish and Chucho. Sky's going to pick it up. Is it going to be a second touch? Oh, no one from blue that'll pick up this counter attack coming out from Kyrios. As Chucho, they did so much work here in his Dignitas covered vehicle just to keep it there.
And get some new powers unlocked potentially with the combination. Oh my word, Cursa, how dare you pre-jump this and actually be the perfect height as well. Have a look at this.
Man, what a beautiful touch there. Oh, Mackie drawing out the last defender did so incredibly well. And then, like you said, just to find Kurza to pop it into the back. Interplay here between Ascension and Kyrios Hyferia is actually superb.
That gets me going. I think about that at night during certain times, and well, that's all I need now. Mackie with a long range shot, and SSCEA, you can have all the pressure at the start you want, but you need to keep that defense locked up. And that's not what they're doing. They're down 3-0 right now.
Yeah, and I mean, this is kind of what we said in the break right now. Just SSCEA kind of just not getting back on these defensive rotations, just having too many men up. And of course now, a lot more long balls coming out from Kyrios. As we saw there, Mackie just, basically shooting half a goal shot. Kurza keeping that one out. But yeah, we need to get blue maybe more, just kind of get a third man back, get someone on a defensive rotation. And try, save more balls. It's nothing's happening. We've got Fish here with, 0 saves. Actually, yeah, the whole entire team with 0 saves.
Yeah, it's all very nice that you have pressure at the start, as I already said. But now they're also feeling the consequences of that, of not really being able to capitalize on that pressure. You start getting more desperate and desperate. Every time that ball was in the opposing half, you're kind of like, we should have been scoring off that. Chucho, the biggest monkey, an absolute buffoon, jumping for that ball, but it works out perfectly. And now they're in a little bit of trouble. SSCEA, they managed to break out of said trouble, but still, well, they broke out of a little bit of the trouble because they are still down 3-0.
Yeah, Skyvy there with a quick counter attack does find Fish. They try to pop it in, but I mean, 3-man commit here from Kyrios, so they're going to be kept out. Oh, Chucho wins one. I mean, this man he's absolutely good tonight. He's doing so much work. Nice touch from Mackie. I mean, Kyrios can slow it down, right? They're up by 3 now. I don't think they're feeling much pressure at all. You know, they can really just slow it down. They can play at their tempo. They don't even really need one more goal. As I said, at Mackie, he's hungry still.
Yeah, just 3 goals, it's already tough to come back from in 1 minute 30, but it's not impossible. Whereas with 4 goals, I kind of feel that they start dreading it as well, that they don't really see the comeback happening necessarily. Obviously, they're going to be trying to go at full pace, and now Fish will open us up with the scoring. This is what I mean. 1 minute 24, 2 goals, very much possible.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I love this. So SSCEA back in action. They Fish with a nice little tap from the side. And I love this, you know, goal explosion of his. Suits his name.
SSCEA. They are once again on that attack. Sky tries to get a shot going. That's Curtin down the other line. No, he misread that pass, but Mackie is waiting for it, and somehow they're still managing to hold on for now, at least, to that only 2-goal deficit. It could have been 3 at this point. Well, it's looking very rough for them.
Yeah, and now Fish with the touch. Doesn't have much depth in the tank, and Mackie gets a big pickup. Oh, demo onto Kurza. Are they able to do anything with the touch to Fish? Oh! Oh my goodness, Hyperia, this touch in the middle of the field.
Oh my word. Such perfection on this one. Doesn't even need the double tap, just booms into the back of the net. 134 kph. Oh my word, that was absolutely lovely. And now all of a sudden there's 1 goal in it, and it's just very much possible. This might be pinching on target though. Fish, he was just sitting praying. Started believing in some higher powers to try and keep this one out. The equalizer has been made by Sky in 34 seconds.
Oh man, and there we go. And like you alluded to earlier, if you pick up the 4th, you would feel a lot more comfortable. SSCEA says, screw that, we are gonna come back with 2 more goals. And of course, he has the equalizer for them. Is this gonna be our first overtime of the entire evening? I think Blue want to show us they are absolutely hungry.
Ooh, Fish with a good save here, and it's all been about defensive performance. There's some massive saves coming out from SSCEA, and thus almost being able to actually take the lead in this matchup. If Ice position himself a little bit different, it's still Sky who has an opportunity, goes into the corner, will not be able to get the second touch. It's Fish blocking that one though. This is going to drop mid. Ice surely is going to be up for that one. He was for a brief second, then decided against it because he doesn't want to overcommit. Sky staying on the backboard. Zero boost to go with though, and now Fish, can he land underneath this one? No, we have the first overtime indeed.
Could Fish keep that up? He tried so hard. I mean, I wish he was just going to be able to carry that ball back into the net. He didn't really have much left in the tank, so I don't think it was going to be possible at all. Oh, Hyperia, I mean, this is an absolute series and a half indeed, so we are going to see, you know, who can slot it in. Yeah, oh, Mackie very, very close to doing so there.
It's an incredibly important matchup as well, because the winner of this will move on to match point, obviously. And Kurtzer rotating back very smartly, because I think he would have been at the wrong end of that 50 potentially. Now Mackie has a completely open dribble. Ice saying no, he's not going to have that much time. Chucho with a very good catch. Guy is very patient on this one though, with the pass back. Those can be incredibly awkward, but the communication is good enough for it to work out. Fish with a flick. Pass one, can he get the demo? Yes, he can get the ball, but Ice doesn't open net. He tries to put it in the post and out. Oh my word, Ice could have done it.
Oh lordy. This game is absolutely on fire right now.
Oh my word, on fire or not, they still need to score 1 more. And if this is the open qualifiers, everyone. If this even remotely sets the tone for the rest of the season, it's going to be a phenomenal season. Now Fish missing this one, but they might just leave a shot open for Ice. With the demo coming out, that's going to slow Curtin down. Ice doesn't really have enough boost, but there's Fish with a shot off the crossbar, or just completely wide rather. And Chucho, he was afraid of that one, and it's Kyrios holding on for dear life.
Oh man, this is absolutely crackly here. Okay, Ice waiting for Fish. Is going to Fish in the second cut. Oh, hits that crossbar, getting close to 7 minutes of game time. We are almost there, ladies and gents. We might just be able to play a full entire game between these two. It's very close to Fish again. the catch. Out to ice, doesn't have anything left in the tank. Won't be able to get a second touch, however. Oh, Mackie, lots of bumping, trying to get himself into a one-on-one. Oh,
ooh, I don't know what's going on here, but that's somewhat going on target. Chucho at least was very scared. Now Mackie messing up in the goal. It opens up an opportunity for Fish. He couldn't read that one to perfection. But Ice is 100 boost and a decent position as well. Sky calls him off, and now Fish wants to call Sky up, but Sky doesn't want to. Fish somehow gets a second touch to prevent the counter attack. No, that might just be pinned into the own net. No, I didn't want it to end this way, and it didn't as well. Luckily, that would have been painful.
it's not gonna be that easy. Oh man, that was so close. Okay, so we continue to fight another day for another second as this ball's going back and forth. Quite a bit of a ping pong match here. Is it gonna be Chucho? Gets the second touch. Do we have a follow up? Fish is gonna get it out. Finds Sky to get Fish again. And this game, Kyrios, this game is beautiful. I mean, everyone's back on defense. They're making good rotations here. We're not, you know, even SSCEA, they're keeping it back. Cursor. Oh.
That was almost a phenomenal double touch, and I saw somebody say it in chat as well. It's the third match, but it feels as if it's the deciding one with the amount of intensity that's going on as we are well into 3 minutes of overtime. Good demo coming in. Ice once again with a shot. That's off the crossbar, and Fish is not there for the second shot. Is he going to get back in time to clear this one out? He barely gets it. No, Ice gets it further out to the outside as well. This is just back and forth. Rocket League Cursor could be ending, and then he does. This is only game number 3, but it goes towards Kyrios.
Oh my soul. And Fish, so unfortunate there for Cursor to get it past him as Mackie gets a beautiful touch off the wall, and that is going to be Kyrios winning the first overtime of the entire evening. Of course, what, 8.5 minute game I think that was. Edge of my seats, and I know you guys at home as well are at the edge of your seats. That was, I mean, I'm almost out of breath. That was such an exciting game. It's such an exciting series.
And we've got more of that as well. We've got more where that came from. And I was looking at chat as well, and it was absolutely exploding. Oh my word. First off, that save, and then it didn't end up being good enough. Unfortunately for SSCEA, they took home the first one, made a really good comeback in this one, but then they're not really able to get as much things going, or at least the accuracy is slacking once again. They have, I know they have an equal amount of shots this time, but it's just Kyrios is a little bit more accurate.
Yeah, no, a little bit more accurate. They play such nice touches together, kind of better play between them. And now I love the fact that SSCEA got 3 more saves in this match, and it showed. I mean, we had such long overtime, then they could play kind of a lot more defensive Rocket League. I mean, they know they had to. But man, these guys on Ascension, Kyrios, they can play between each other. They can find the back of the net. Mackie, you know, he's just that instrumental middleman. You know, he kind of finds Chucho, he finds Cursor, you know, just links them up. And now, Hyperia, this game, this is it.
I mean, I hope not. I hope SSCEA take this one home and force us to a game 5, and they definitely have the capability to do so. Mackie, that's not a great first touch. Chucho has to make the save on Icetukia, who's been so incredibly clinical, but now Skyvy, he's not really had that same level of being clinical, and misses this shot as well. It was a tough angle to make, yes, I do agree, but at this point, you know what happens if you don't score it, so, you know, you kind of just have to.
I think we're all going to see a lot of blue being back a bit more, just because we know how aggressive orange are. And of course, Cursor already trying to slot in that first one. And of course, Sky and Fish both keeping him out, as that is going to be Fish sending a long one downfield. Bump out of boxes from Cursor. Oh, Ice. So close.
Oh no, that was once again a great opportunity for SSCEA. They keep on making these great opportunities, creating them for themselves. Now Sky will not be able to get to this one in time, but Fish is back. So to make sure that a goal doesn't go in directly, he gets a block on this one as well, and somehow has the perfect position to just get a second touch. There's still Chucho could have come away with a shot. He just completely misses the ball, and the counter attack is in effect. Sky towards the middle, will follow that up himself, tries to go around the outside, but it's just not enough power on it.
Yeah, and the bump down the Chucho almost got Sky into the back of the net, very, very close as the ball gets pushed back all the way into the blue half. This is just crazy Rocket League. These boys are just going at it, and that's fantastic. Mackie, oh, nice for Sky. It's close. I mean, now we've got a 0-0 game. Almost 2 minutes having elapsed. I love this. You know, they're fighting absolutely fierce for this W. We might get an overtime in this game as well. I mean, that would definitely cement the end of the series in real proper fashion.
I mean, it is only game 4, so maybe Sky going an absolute massive demo tear, also changing currency into infinity, almost catching a charge because he was just stalking him the entire time. It's Fish trying to get past, so Chucho stays in the way, and Chucho has been back on defense. Fish still gets the center. Chucho has an awkward clear out. Ice realizes that, waited in the midfield, but just not far back enough. Sky doesn't get the boost, and there should be a defense out from Kyrios.
Almost a nice little neat touch there from Sky on the bottom of his chassis, trying to get that redirect into the goal. Wasn't going to happen, like I said, didn't pick up the boost either. Ice as well, kind of starved. No one on SSCEA really having as much boost as they want to. Cursor there, wow, almost slotted it in. Oh, Chucho with the miss. This is a tight game, and we've got 3 minutes gone, no one left on the board yet. Can it be Fish? Oh. And now, is there anyone home? Cursor just going to get past one. Oh.
And Fish also trying to take it down the outside. Chucho does get a save, but then the miss from Mackie allows Fish with another shot. Mackie recovers in time to get a touch out. And Currency should be at the front end of launching this counter-offensive play. Skyvy throws that towards the other side really quickly. Once again, lacking the accuracy that he needs. Ice, is he also lacking the accuracy? Yes, he is. And also the power on that one. And then he gets bumped on the rotation back as well. So now it's a 1v1 situation. Mackie with a good flick, and then the demo coming out, bar down. And now, but a double commit is coming in. No, Fish are going the wrong way. Kurtza will be able to score and finally break that seal of nobody scoring.
Oh, and I thought Chucho here was already going to be the one popping in. And Kurz is just absolutely coming in like a bat out of hell. Oh my word, so much time off the clock. 1 goal only in this game, and so far that's all Kyrios need right now. Oh boy. It's been absolutely tight and absolutely phenomenal Rocket League. And as you said earlier, this is just open. Quals Kurz with the double. Gets in his second off of 4 shots. If this is on your open quals high fair, then this season is going to be phenomenal.
Well, I think it's time for SSCEA to revitalize whatever they had going in the last game as well, where they all of a sudden just scored 3 goals out of, well, they just flipped a switch, flip, and are now once again in that same position. My recommendation is just to initially not end up in that situation and turn on that flip from the start. It might be a lot easier said. Sky, once again, not really a lot of power, and there's nobody following that up except for Kurtzu, who obviously is going to hit it away from his goal. And Mackie, the first touch was decent, but the amount of boost in his tank disagrees with something else going on in that play.
Okay. Nice. Okay, so 30 seconds left on the clock. Fish with the first goal for his team. Can we get a quick equalizer, force the overtime? I love this floor pinch, does superbly well. Nice little demo there coming up from Sky as well. So beautiful interplay. 1 more, that's all we need.
Yeah, 1 more in 28 seconds. They are able to do it. They have done it before as well. But history doesn't necessarily repeat itself as easy as in real life as in Rocket League. But now that's a double commit. They definitely could build off of that as Ice tries to get it down the line. But Fish going a little bit too eagerly for the demos. Chucho will have a bad clear out. Ice off the post, and Fish and Sky were both really close in. And that could have been if they just spaced out a little bit better. Now it's Mackie with the last opportunity, and he will be scoring, and that is Kyrios moving on to the next, I think, close qualifiers it is.
Oh, Fish was so absolutely close to getting in that equalizer. And Mackie says they are having none of that, and he gets the nail in the proverbial coffin. Oh, and that's going to be Ascension Kyrios going through from round 2. But Hyferia, SSCEA was so incredibly close. They threw fish to try get that little goal. Now at the end, it didn't happen. Man, I'm sweating bullets. This was a series and a half.
Yeah, and then at the end as well, it was Fish asking whether their goal was enchanted, and then Kurt said, I am going to be calling you out on this. That was a wrong Minecraft reference. He said, Unbreaking 4 and Protection 3. Any Minecraft expert like myself, yes indeed, would know that is Protection 4 and Unbreaking 3. So I'm sorry. It was a great joke. It made me smile, but then it made me feel really bad on the inside because it was referenced wrong, and I very much care about that. Nonetheless, it is Kyrios who are through.
Oh, guys, that was absolutely phenomenal. Yes, that's going to be Ascension Kyrios going through with SSCEA. Sadly, guys, falling out. They played their absolute hearts out. And now, of course, like I said, guys, tomorrow, a lot of exciting Rocket League going to be coming your way, starting at 6 p.m. CET. Please tune in. Don't go anywhere. Moses and Hyferia to start you off with all the action.
Yes, for sure. And make sure to donate to that prize pool as well by going to Matcherino. I think we'll get it in chat. Obviously, Go to Lions is already sponsoring us. And if we could get the code in chat as well, that would be absolutely phenomenal. And then make sure to use that to add 50 cents to the prize pool. And get that up even higher.
Yeah, definitely. Let's get kind of this semi-professional, I would say, where we are. Definitely. Get these boys maybe a bit more excited to play Rocket League, get more teams excited in open calls, so we definitely can get the EU CCG going, and a slipstream, of course. But yeah, Hyferia, what a cracker evening of Rocket League it was. Oh, yeah.
That was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I won't be able to sleep tonight.
The adrenaline just rushing through you still, as if you've just done a whole bunch of illegal stuff. But all we do here is watch Rocket League and get excited for it as well. So yeah, and it is in chat as well. The code is ECC8 to donate $50 to the prize pool on Match Arena. So make sure to do that. And unless you've got anything else to say, Moz, I think we'll be ending the stream. I think we've talked long enough. And then I hope to see everyone back tomorrow.
Yeah, no, that's everything from me, guys. God bless. Have a good evening.